Ain't nobody used to give a damn. Yeah, I had to go and make a different plan. Yeah, guess who didn't get included? Even though you made me better, yo, I strictly do it for the fam.
And they're like, hey, do you want to smoke some pot? Or have premarital sex? And they take off their tops.
And what does he do?
They jump into the sleeping bags and they're like, He proceeds to take one of the sleeping bags with the girl in it and beat the other sleeping bag with the other girl.
That was
and the weird thing is you gotta watch him do it because he seems to get some sixth sense of satisfaction.
That's his boner right
like,
there, just like, yeah, you like being killed, bitch, huh? Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, because at the end, he has successfully killed the one on the ground. It is now paste.
Yes.
The one in the bag is still making noise, so he just takes it, swings it at a tree.
Oh
then he's
god.
like, huh, and then continues on like, it's fucking right.
That's great.
As
That's
he jizzed in his pants.
It is not a horror movie. It is a comedy based on the...
I guess that's why
Friday
I'm
the
saying I didn't really
13th
care for it. But I will say I like that better than I do the Leprechaun movies. Any of the Leprechaun movies.
But you have to notice, though, that one wasn't called Friday the 13th. It was Jason
No, it was
X,
called Jason X.
which means it's not a Friday the 13th movie. Which
Oh,
means it's
give
okay
him
for
flying
it to
poop!
be
Jason's
funny.
in there! I like Jason.
And I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks this, but I hated Freddy versus Jason.
It was okay. I like the fact that they had two alternate endings in case you were a Jason fan or a Freddy fanboy. But
I was neither, but that's only because I thought it would be kind of stupid.
Oh.
I mean, wouldn't it be more of a challenge for the survivors to have one foe in their dreams and then one hunting them down day and night? Where they're just like, I can't sleep anymore, man. I can't stay awake anymore, man. I need to fall asleep. Get on yourself!
They didn't play it out as much drama as they should have.
Yeah.
They very early on in the movie decided, okay, now Freddy realizes Jason's the problem, so now Freddy's going to eliminate Jason.
Or try to. Doesn't realize that Jason himself is also quite...
Oh, yeah.
Which
do you not see the dead flesh?
dumb.
I like it, but it's like putting two, you know, I don't know. I have nothing to compare this to, honestly. Just two of the same thing, and they affect each other not at all.
I think it would be like if, how to phrase this? It would be like the Crypt Keeper and Pinhead trying to out-joke each other. It would make no sense.
Ah, very true.
Yeah.
I like that comparison.
The problem with Freddy and Jason, it's too much of the middle ground and not enough of either one of them. You know what I mean? You hear the one time in the movie. That's it. One time.
That and Freddy barely used very much of his powers.
There's one major dream moment.
That's with the water.
Like three minor ones.
Minor.
Where he tried to kill the one kid after luring him out onto the road with a goat.
A goat?
Yeah.
Or at least he didn't unleash his most powerful weapon. The power glove. You left your power glove.
Oh, love that scene. Be like me. Be like me. Be like me.
No! Dad! No! 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 Frying pan. And then it gets even bigger.
Great graphics.
You dropped your power glove. I still cannot get over that. But anyway, yeah, I think that's just my own tiny little list of slasher films I've never liked. Only because I feel like there could be many different rooms to do better on that a lot of people are afraid to. Like what they're doing today in cinemas as a small example of what I mean. There are a lot of big ideas they can run with, a lot of things they could adapt. Instead of doing these flashy reboots and remakes and retellings, they could actually use the foundations that they've had beforehand to use actually good experimental original ideas that can be the foregrounds from these very big innovations, such as with the horror movie branch of slashers. We've had everything under the sun for this stuff. Pinhead, Annabelle, Freddy, Jason, all these different slasher horror villains that literally pave a good foundation for something to be truly great, but then people are just wasting that potential. That's the only thing I don't like when I see very mundane sequels or trashy films that don't really try to experiment that well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or you run into amazing movies, like legitimately the Ouija board, the original, the origin story for the Ouija.
Yeah.
Loved it until the ending.
What was the ending for that one?
The ending was they tried to be so original. But they're like, okay, instead of just being able to seal the board like normal, they destroyed the board, found it didn't do anything because spirits were no longer using the board as a conduit. The girls who were born with the gift of speech
Okay.
were now tied to this.
So they had to be destroyed?
They had to have their lips sewn shut in order to stop this whole thing going on.
That's weird. Okay.
And they did it so poorly. It was a good movie. Little girl gets possessed, starts saying some really creepy shit and doing really creepy shit. And then they're like, well, let's be completely original.
And sew her mouth shut?
Yes. The older sister had to sew the younger sister's mouth shut. And then the spirits are like, well, guess what? You have it too.
What?
So she now has to sew her own lips shut.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the spirits be fighting her or anything?
Yeah. They're sealed in a perpetual state of combat with the demons and spirits that are trying to speak through them. No happy ending. Not to mention their mom died. So,
Well,
no happy ending.
for certain horror movies, I'm okay with it, provided that all, loopholes have been covered and the plot makes sense. That is kind of weird.
Cabin in the Woods. No happy ending. Beautiful ending.
Right! That's
And
different, though.
an original story. Sort
Yeah,
of.
Exactly.
making fun of all of the horror movies and how they are very cliched.
Also, a slasher movie.
Yeah, I actually that honestly touches on all kinds. That also has what's the term called?
Thriller,
Like,
suspense.
Creature feature.
creature feature. Thank you, and just all kinds of
Slasher.
Nasty
Demonology. Spiritual. Ghosts. Any horror movie genre you could touch
right.
on. It's in
I
there.
love that they made fun of the fact that almost every horror movie, and I've yet to see one that doesn't have this, is a sex scene.
Yep.
That is not necessary for a good horror movie. Thank you. Oh wait, no, I lie. Some recent ones I've seen lately don't have that. But still, you don't have to have a romance in it either.
I've seen some that don't have sex scenes,
Neither
but they're
does
like
Insidious
super
4.
old.
It does have like a slight romance thing, but it was okay, I guess.
Ah
I
man.
do agree that not every horror movie needs a sex scene, but
But it's a cliched thing.
at the same time, properly done, tits in any movie is a good choice.
When done properly, yes.
Exactly. Not thrown in there for the purpose of just having tits or to keep with the cliche. Now, if there's a legitimate scene where they do a nice build-up of hot and heavy, making there a reason, not just because, well, you know what?
It's a horror
We've
movie.
been smoking some pot and drunk at this, camp.
We're
so
gonna
let's
go blow a
fuck.
load. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, it's dumb. It's
And you-
cliched. It's
you don't-
2018. Move on.
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
love scene
I've
that
never been that
everyone-
high where I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna blow my load in the woods, guys. Hold on.
There was a decent horror movie I watched. It was a B-rated, so again, don't read too much into it. But it was called "Don't Fuck in the Woods."
Too late.
There's a demon that is literally drawn to the smell of sex, and that includes masturbation. It lives in the woods, and by demon I don't mean actual demon. I mean physical demon, like the Jersey Devil.
Right.
It literally runs around in the woods, and if it smells sex or technically the hormones that are given off during, it will come and attack you.
So basically, if you just like, ah man, Lisa over there is so hot.
Rub one out.
Dave, you gotta change your pants, man. Why, Frank? Just jizz yourself, man. Yeah.
Demon Count eats him.
Wait, head first?
No, what it does, it literally runs through the clearing, grabs the kid, and keeps running. The kid's screaming his head off with jizzy pants. And that's when the monster's now in the woods and...
It's like, oh my god! He got Dave!
Everybody else is just staring like, what the fuck just happened?
I don't know, but he got Dave!
Literally everything about this movie is picking on the cliche of sex in the movie. Because at one point, one of the kids says, as they're about to get hot and heavy, our friends just died. Are we sure that you want to do this? And the guy's like, yes.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's pretty cliched though. And then they died, right?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Violently.
Good
It's
job.
like,
It's like,
well, okay. Get killed.
It's like, I see the logic in this, but I'm going to do it anyway because my dick says so. Good job.
Well, no,
Good
that's
job.
just it, though. They spend the entire movie. None of the people in the movie figure out that it's the sex that's killing them.
Oh my god. Teenagers? College
Yes,
students? Okay.
All of them are like
nope, that explains
late
everything.
teenagers, like 18, 19, so legal age. Otherwise, this would be some really weird movies. That was in a book and never showed up in the movie.
I'm not talking about that.
Just gonna get beyond that. Like, we gotta get beyond Thunderdome real quick. Hold up. Just gotta get beyond Thunderdome.
Thunderdome? Thunderdome.
So, aside from trying to get beyond Thunderdome of it,
Does it bother you?
I don't know.
no. Just like that whole thing involving it, and just like Shweebes, let's just get beyond Thunderdome involving that shit, right?
Yeah, well, it's not really a slasher. So
No, that's. I would put that on there with like demon alien stuff.
Demon, alien, alternate dimensional thingamaboober.
You know what I would love to see?
What?
It'd be a very weird movie, but I'd still like to see it. It versus Freddy.
You know,
That would be interesting.
that would indeed be interesting. Like, he's cutting off its food supply.
And it, I think, honestly, would give any fucks about that. They'd be like, I don't think so. I'm gonna eat you then. How about that?
Yeah, but how would it get into the realm of Freddy?
I think that's quite the reverse, isn't it?
Being dragged in seems like the,
Well, that's just it, though. It only sleeps when it's done feeding.
Oh, this is true.
However, here's an idea, if you will. It's set for maybe a year close to being awakened, right?
Mm-hmm.
The presence of Freddy is growing stronger and stronger around the area where it is now residing. Not in like Maine, but somewhere like a neutral area for the two. The presence is so strong it's starting to seep into its own dream vortex, where he's taken on his most famous appearance of Pennywise the Clown. And he sees children. He feels like he's awake. But he's seeing Freddy take away his food supply when he's about to be truly awakened.
Now that would be trippy.
That'd be a nice intro and explanation to why the character is at odds with. But here's the problem. Once Pennywise wakes up, well, the same issue goes with Jason versus Freddy. Jason isn't the dream realm master. That's not his thing.
Right.
So in the dream
But
realm,
you had to put him to sleep, which is possible with Jason. I don't know how or if that would even be possible with it.
well, with it, unless you found its true body, which it can hide that,
By jumping into alternate realities, yes.
you can't find it. The only reason they did in the movie was because it was so cocky, it didn't believe that they could A, find him, and B, hurt him.
Until the books resurrected him, where he started kicking over gravestones except for Carrie. And before you guys say otherwise, look it up. It's actually a thing. He comes back from the dead, kicks over graves except for Carrie's.
You